President Hanchar, thank you so much for sitting down with me and chatting about the AYC at the Federation of Canadian Municipalities. Got to start simple. What brings you here to the FCM this week?
What brings me to FCM is the fact that FCM is essentially a giant AYC. Well, AYC is obviously at the Yukon level, FCM is at the national level. It's important for us to participate in FCM because we barely have the capacity to lobby the Yukon government, never mind the federal government as well. And FCM does such an effective job of lobbying the federal government on behalf of all municipalities in Canada. And just happy to be a part of that.
One of the big things that a lot of people enjoy about these conventions, and even up in Haines Junction when I was there, was the networking, the connecting with fellow municipal leaders from across Canada or across the Yukon. One of the things that I often hear is the great thing about those networking moments is hearing about the common challenges. What's the same thing that's going on in Watson Lake that isn't going on in Montreal, that's going on in Charlottetown? What are the things that you're hearing that are similar to what's going on in the Yukon at this convention?
The things that I'm hearing are the fear around, well, maybe not fear, maybe that's not the right word, but the concern with the amount of infrastructure dollars being invested in the north specifically, but that's certainly a concern for, I would say, all municipalities across the country.
One of the big things that I also hear is housing. You talk about infrastructure, which is great, but also mental health and addiction.
Yes.
Mental health and addiction was talked about a lot in Haines Junction, especially even around crime as well. What do you take back from this convention to ensure that the conversations that started here don't just end here the moment you walk on that plane to head back to the Watson Lake?
Yeah, so we obviously are going to report back to the board. We had quite a few really good productive meetings here, as well as like a lot of good programming put on by FCM. There are 10 people here from the Yukon, so 10 of us to be able to go back to, I think, 3-4 different councils to hopefully put some of the stuff learned here to good use.
And my final question, and it's an important one, and it's a political one, but you're a political officer, so I got to ask it. What is the benefit for AYC to be part of an organization like the Federation of Canadian Municipalities?
Kind of like what I said earlier, where we have this organization that's very similar to what we are, but on such a bigger scale, and that is so well equipped and connected to be able to lobby really effectively on behalf of everybody at the same time for issues of mutual concern, I guess, for
Awesome. President Hanchar, I want to thank you so much for first off, inviting me for up to Haines Junction. It was greatly appreciated. But B, inviting me back to Watson Lake.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to visiting your own community, and I'm looking forward to being there in person in 2026. So thank you so much for sitting down with me here, and when we get up to Watson Lake.
Thank you so much. Always a pleasure.